Hi, so I was actually asked about the weather in Chania versus Ayia Napa. And that is actually a very interesting subject in my opinion, because it's a place where I've been both of the places, but I'm actually currently living in Paphos in Cyprus, which is like 1.5 hours from Ayia Napa. So I will actually get a real winter experience from here this year, which is super cool. So I might give you an update what I feel as well about the winter here in Paphos. But the video is actually more about what is the weather like in Ayia Napa versus in Chania, and I will actually speak a little bit about the other things as well. But if you think about it, so in Chania, it's a little bit colder in the winter. Maybe it goes down to like 15 degrees, something like that in winter. And then if you have Ayia Napa, it's maybe like 17, 16. So it's not a big difference at all. So not to make you guys very disappointed and things like that, but it is like the difference. The big difference, I would say, like visiting these places in winter, is that Ayia Napa is very dead, so to say, in the winter season. So I would recommend you to maybe go and see like the bigger cities in winter if you are visiting. So for example, if you go to Limassol or you go to Paphos, those things are like always open, it's always life there, so you can always expect to meet up with people and like get yourself a really good experience. There's things to do loads of shopping, and because it is lower season, there's not like so many like tourists. There's sometimes tourists, of course, visiting in the winter, but it's mostly like very locals that is there, and those things are open still. So it's very different experience, but it's something that you really should do if you would like to come here in the winter to just explore. Because if you're not that much for like the normal tourist attractions and like going to tours that is guided, going to the water park for example, then definitely winter is super cool, especially like all the way until November. Right now we have like 23, 26 sometimes degrees still, so that is very cool. And then if we talk about Chania in the winter as well, it's the same there, but that city is actually like more open, so to say. But like it's absolutely very quiet. I would say it's more quiet than Paphos and things like that in Cyprus, but it's super beautiful still. So if you go to the old town, for example in Chania, it's absolutely amazing to walk there in the winter. My old manager has recommended me that I should be there sometimes in winter because it's really beautiful to walk around, because there's not that much of like tourists once again, which makes the whole experience so different. So if you like to take photos or video and things like that, and you don't want so much people in your footage, if you're there in the winter time and you have like a sunny day, bam, you get the perfect shot and video there, because there's not many people in your background that would ruin your photo in that case, for example. So that is something that I can totally recommend. So doing holidays in these two places in the winter is actually very like a good experience still. So that's definitely something you can do. So it's not that I don't recommend you to go here in winter, it's a really cool and very different experience. So there's definitely something you should check out. And as well here in Chania, I would say there's no tours in the winter either. So I would recommend you guys that if you are going to these places in the winter, hire a car. You can definitely hire a car, and you should do it like, for example, I'll have links down below in the description. I do believe that TripAdvisor does have car hires, so you can buy like a car straight through them as well, or they will take you to the web pages of the best ones in the area. So that's something you can do. Book it up already, save yourself some money. So that is something that you can do as well. So definitely recommended. And if you want to go somewhere, just explore like the nature around the areas. I have released just a video that is about the countryside of Chania. Then you should definitely check that out, because that is where you can do a road trip through that video and just follow the things that I go through there, and then you have a really good day out for a road trip. And there's so many things that you can do. I have more videos about that, but this is one of an example. The same with Ayia Napa and Cyprus. There's many things you can do in the winter. Definitely hire a car and go yourself up in, for example, Trollos Mountains, see the Blue Lagoon. Everything like this you can still do in the winter. It's absolutely amazing. More than that, with the winter and the weather, go for it. It's absolutely worth it to go. And obviously the prices are so cheap when you're going now. I could find like a flight to Copenhagen for 200 euros there and back. That's a really good price for going to Cyprus or going from Cyprus to Copenhagen, for example. So you can see what the prices are. It's really good. And you can actually book those through Cheap Air that I have linked down below in the description as well. Otherwise, I would like to recommend you to check out this video right here, and then you can actually watch some more about Crete. Otherwise, I thank you so much for watching this video. Just like the video and subscribe as well if you want to know more about holiday destinations. Thank you very much. Bye.